Hey everyone, it's Jim at How Low Can One Go? Today I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to talk about Rory McIlroy's Masters win on Sunday and why it's relatable to me and probably every other amateur golfer. At the start of the round, we all hoped that Rory would pull away from Bryson DeChambeau and play some good golf to win the Masters and win the Korea Grand Slam. I'm sure, like me, you've watched Rory over the years, since 2014 anyway, since he's had the chance to complete the Grand Slam each year at the Masters. He's either not managed to start off well, or he's done something that's taken him out of contention. And as we watched the Masters on Sunday, with great hope, that hope was extinguished probably right away on the first hole where he had a double bogey. Now we can all relate to starting with a double bogey. And then he followed it up with just a par at the second, and he went from 2 shots in the lead to 1 shot behind at that point. Now, many of us, including myself, probably thought, here we go again. But then he recovered and he regained the lead probably within 2 or 3 holes. So that was his first comeback. And then, I mean, we'll never be able to hit the ball like Rory, but he hits these unbelievable shots, and then he does things that we all do. And I think that's what makes him so relatable and so that everybody's rooting for him, because he does the things that we do. But what he's done this time, with the help of, I think, Bob Rotella, and I've read all of Bob's books, so in a way I can relate to it, is overcoming disasters. Now, he overcome another disaster when he laid up at 13. Now, we've all done this on a par 5. We lay up and think, right, get it on the green, 2 putts, par, move on to the next hole. Then he dumped it in the burn, which, to be honest, wasn't even in play. Now, I've done that umpteen times as well, where you've laid up and then you duff your third shot and it ends up in a ditch or ends up in a bunker, and you end up making a bogey, a double bogey. And when he did that in 13, I thought, oh, here we go again. And then he hit the most unbelievable shot on 15. Now, that's a shot many of us can only dream about, but to pull it off, and if you watch the shot again, as soon as he hits it, I mean, there must have been at least a 40 to 50 yard draw in it. As soon as he hits it, he starts walking after it. He knows he's absolutely flushed it, and it lands, just carries the water, lands on the green, rolls up to 6 feet, and Rory being Rory, he misses the putt, but he makes a birdie. And then he hits a great shot on to 16, misses that putt, and you think, right, okay, he's still in it. However, he needs a birdie to take the lead again. And he makes that birdie on 17, and then hits the most glorious tee shot up 18. And you're thinking, right, get it on the green, 2 putts, victory. And Rory being Rory, he then misses the green with a sandwich for 125 yards. Now, I don't hit a sandwich 125 yards, but we've all missed the green with a wedge, or a gap wedge, or whatever you hit 125 yards. So we can all relate to that shot. He then plays a really good bunker shot, which finishes, I don't know what it will be, 4 or 5 feet short of the hole, and then misses the putt to get in the playoff. And you think, I don't know about you, but I felt as I'd been 15 rounds with Mike Tyson watching Rory on Sunday. The emotional part of it, up and down like a yo-yo. So if that made me watching it feel like that, how did it make him feel? So then he did something which I think helped him greatly. When he came off the 18th green in regulation, he went up to his wife, gave her a hug, kissed her, hugged his wee girl, and I think that settled him down and brought him back down to earth. That it wasn't the big disaster that he might have thought it was. And then to get into the playoff, and Justin Rose did nothing wrong. He had a chance at a birdie and missed the putt, which anybody can do. But then for Rory, he hit more or less the same drive that he hit in regulation, and then hit the same sandwich, and this time hit it into, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet. Just showed you the power of the mental resilience that he had. And it was wonderful viewing. I mean, normally they say the Masters begins on the back nine on Sunday, but in this occasion it began at the first, and everybody watching was up and down like a yo-yo, watching Rory try to make the career Grand Slam. So I'm delighted for him. I don't know him, never met him. The closest I ever got to meeting him was walking past him, I think it was in 2005 when he'd have been 15, 16. I'm sure it was at St Andrews, and he was heading to the zone that they have that give kids lessons. That's how long ago it was. So I think we can all learn from that about how to. Now, we don't have the powers of recovery that Rory happens to have, or the shots that he can hit, but I think if you start double bogey, par, or double bogey, bogey, there's still time to recover in your round. It's much better to start that way than to end that way, believe you me. At least you have a chance to do something about it. So, congratulations to him. It was wonderful viewing, and as I say, we can all learn from that. Thanks for watching.